Welcome to Gentle Yoga. This is Leo Bray on behalf of Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center in Palm Springs. Visit us online at urbanyoga.org or Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center on Facebook to check out the schedule of daily offerings and visit the tip jar where you can make contributions to support us. Today we'll start out in child's pose. And as you make your way there, one more note for the people watching later. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. That helps us out a lot. So make your way to child's pose and vary it however you like. I'm not getting in my child's pose yet because when I point my face at the floor, it's harder to hear what I'm saying. So you can vary your child's pose in lots of ways. The standard sort of child's pose is with the knees further apart, but maybe that doesn't feel good on your knees. You can bring them closer together. Usually arms are extended forward and relaxed, but you could have your arms more engaged by continuing to reach forward, or you could reach your hands back towards your feet if reaching forward bothers your shoulder or anything. So just make it your own. Find what's comfortable for you. Bring your attention to your breath as you find your comfortable stillness. Taking in the way your breath feels here. It's different than breathing sitting up or lying on your back because you're folded in half essentially. So this restricts how much your belly can expand, how much your diaphragm can move. So don't force deep breaths, just take slow, even breaths at whatever depth feels comfortable. You might even just not even exert any effort on breathing, just allow it to slow down and get deeper simply by paying attention to it, not directing, not trying to change. Taking in the way your breathing shifts your body around, the way the inhales feel, the way the exhales feel. The expansion in the upper body as your lungs fill, and a settling back and down as your lungs empty. Scan your body to take in whatever other sensations are there. Taking particular note of anything that doesn't feel so good this morning so that you can keep any such trouble spots in mind as we practice, knowing that you can always skip or modify whatever you need to. Take in your surroundings in whatever ways they're reaching your senses now. Since you're face down on the floor, that's primarily going to be through sound, but maybe there's the feeling of the air moving in the room. You can tune into the sensation of where you're touching the mat or the floor outside the mat, where one part of the body touches another. Taking in the sounds here in Cozumel, reaching through my device into yours. It just started raining a little harder. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's why I'm not out on the terrace with Yanni today. I got rained out. And we don't have quite enough room in here to have two people practice and be effectively on camera. Keep in mind as we practice, whatever arises, internal sensations or external stimulus, is just something else to integrate into the practice. There are no distractions, there are no interruptions if we just look at that in that way. Whatever arises is part of the practice because we make it so. If you wish to layer on any personal intention for your own practice today, you can do that now. One more friend joins us, two more friends join us. Let's take 3 deep cleansing breaths here. Inhaling slowly, bring yourself forward and up and make your way to table. Bringing your hips above your knees, your shoulders above your wrists. If that's too much on your wrist, walk your hands further forward. Inhale, bring your heart forward, let your head and tailbone go up. Exhale, bring your heart up, let your head and tailbone come down. Continue at the pace of your own breath. As I figure out what's going on my screen and with. Okay, our friend is stuck between the waiting room and the class. Some Zoom glitch, not on my end. Andrew may or may not join us. He's trying. Technology challenges are just something else to integrate into the practice. Maybe you didn't know there was a Zoom window. There he is. He's free. He's joining us. Let your movements become freer. Just see where your body wants to move. Sort of wriggle around. See what wants to move and where and how much. When you first wake up in the morning, you stretch with very little, if any, thought. And when we get quiet and focus inward, we can sort of tune in again to what the body wants. Those first stretches in the morning are just automatic. The body is telling us what's needed. And we can hear again what it wants when we listen, even if we're awake. Over the next few breaths, wrap up your explorations. And when you're ready to go, I'll meet back at the table. Reach back and press against the ball of your left. On an inhale, reach your right arm out to the side, palm down, arm parallel to the floor. If you like, with the next inhale, you can pick that left foot up, reach straight back so your leg is parallel to the floor. And if you'd like to go even further, you could bend that leg and reach back. And if you could take hold of your foot or your ankle or your pant leg, kick against your hand, lift your knee and your chin. Release and lower down. Reach back and press into the ball of your right foot. On an inhale, reach your left arm to the side. If you like, with the next inhale, pick your right foot up, reach straight back. And if you like, bend your knee, reach back and see about that bind. Release and lower down. Step your left foot up between your hands and step your right foot up next to your left. Hang out in your forward fold You could have blocks under your hands to ease that transition and maybe keep them under your hands. Otherwise, your hands might rest lightly on the floor, hang in the air, rest on your legs or clasp your elbows. Then one leg, then the other leg, sway back and forth. Nice and slowly shake your head no. And nod your head yes. Inhale, lift up halfway, press your hands to your shins, feel the crown of your head moving forward away from your tailbone. Exhale, relax down. Inhale, roll all the way to standing, bring your hands together overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Let your hands hang at your sides. Lift your left shoulder towards your ear. Slide it back. Relax it down. And then your right shoulder up and back and down. Inhale, reach out toward the walls. On an exhale, reach for your shoulder blades and hug yourself, or if you like, you can come to eagle arms, intertwine your arms and press your hands together. If you're in eagle, move your elbows and hands forward and up. Inhaling, open up. Exhaling, cross the other way. Inhale, open up. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, come back. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, come back. Exhale, let your arms down. Inhale, out and up. Interlace your fingers. Turn your palms up. Reach your palms up. Look up towards your hands. Lift up your heart. Inhale to come upright. Exhale to bend to the right. Feeling for length through both arms, and try to keep the left heel down. It might want to lift as you bend to the right. Inhale to come up through center, and exhale to bend to the left. Inhale to come up. Exhale, let your arms come down. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Step back to plank. Let your hips come down in line with your shoulders and your knees. You can lower your knees anytime we're in plank if the shoulder plank works better for you. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Keep your elbows in close. Press into your hands. Inhale, lift your head and chest to the height that's right for your lower back, wherever that is. Exhale, rock back through table. Curl your toes under. Press into your feet to lift your knees. Press into your hands and lift your tail to downward dog. And pedal your feet up and down. Find some stillness for a breath.
Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step your feet up to your hands. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, down. Rest your hands on the floor, step your right foot back, runner's lunge. And you can keep that right knee raised or let the right knee down. Maybe untuck the right toe. Inhale, reach your hands forward and up. Press and lunge. So you can have the back leg long and the knee up, or you can have the back leg down with the knee on the floor. Find steadiness here. When you're steady, exhale, sink forward in the hips, lower your arms, turn your palms towards the ground. Inhale, lie back, raise your arms, turn your palms towards each other. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. And let the movement be as big or small as you want. Paying attention to how the legs feel, particularly if in the higher lunge. And just see how much rocking back and forth your hips want, your quads, wherever you're getting sensation. From the top of the rocking twist, reach your right hand back and your left hand forward, or your left hand can come to your left knee to steady yourself anytime. Come through center with your hands by your heart, and then twist to the left. Come back through center, hands by your heart. Bring your hands down to the floor. If you have the back knee down, curl those toes under and press into the foot to lift the knee. And step the left foot back just for a breath. Downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Excuse me. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, down. Rest your hands and step your left foot back. And either keep that leg long and engaged or let the back knee down if you want, and uncurl the back toes. Inhale, reach arms forward and up. Find steadiness here. When you're ready, exhale, sink forward, lower your arms. Inhale, glide back and reach up. Continuous smooth breath and movement. And then from the top of the movement, twists to the left. Come through center and twist to the right. Come back through center. Bring your hands down to the floor. If the back leg is down, curl those left toes under, press into your foot to lift your knee. Step your right foot back to down dog. Take 3 cleansing breaths. Let your knees down gently and make your way to child's pose.
As with the first child's pose where we started, you can vary the child's pose any way you like. And whether you're doing it the same way or not, tune into how it feels and know the differences between the first and the second. Check in with your breath. How has that changed since we began in stillness? Inhale, bring yourself forward and up, back to table. And we're going to explore a spinal twist, maybe with some extensions for the arm and leg. The twist starts at the waist, works up the spine and into the arm. So we'll go to the left first. Inhaling, twist through your lower spine, middle spine, first spine, then reach your left arm out and up and look up towards your hand. Exhale, come down, reach your arm across your body behind the other arm. And we'll do it 2 more times. Inhale, open up and reach up and look up. Exhale, come down and reach across. 1 more time. Nice and gently, let your left shoulder and the left side of your head down to the mat. If your head doesn't want to reach the floor, shift your hips forward until it does. You could just stay there, listen to your body. If you want to explore more, you can reach back with your right foot, press into the ball of your foot against the floor. Or if you feel a little daring, you might pick that foot up and reach back in the air. This can make you tip to the left and land on your back. Or you can bring that foot over towards your left hand. Or you could skip all that and leave that knee on the floor. If you want to explore an arm extension, you could reach your right arm straight up and like an owl turning your head. Let your arm rotate in the shoulder socket back and forth. You could also bend your elbow, reach the back of your hand to your back. Maybe it's at your sacrum. Maybe it's more towards the middle of your back. Mine is behind my left hip. Just reach that arm wherever you like, wherever it feels helpful. Where is there tension that you can ease out? Or just where is there a more comfortable position? And we'll rewind things slowly. If you move to right arm, bring it back where we started, the hand planted in your face. And then if you move the right leg, bring it back to center line and bring the knee down. Press into the right hand, big inhale. Reach out, open up, lift up. Exhale, lower that hand. And take a few cow and cat breaths here before we repeat all of that on the other side. I'll talk a little louder. The rain is getting harder outside. After your next exhale, come back to table. Going to the right now, remember, start at the waist, work up the spine and into the arm. Inhale, twist through lower back, middle back, upper back, reach your right arm out and up, look up towards your hand. Exhale, come down and reach across your body behind the other arm. Twice more, inhale. Exhale. And nice and gently lower down
to the mat. Explore as you like. You could stay just with that, or you can reach back with your left foot pressing against the floor, or reaching in the air, or bring your left foot towards your right hand. Your left hand could stay where it is, or it could reach up and rotate back and forth, or explore that half time. If you moved your left hand, bring it back to the floor. And if you've moved your left leg, bring it back to center, let your knee down. Grounding into your left hand, big inhale, lift up, open up, reach up, look up towards your hand. And exhale, bring your hand down. And take a few breaths with cow pose and cat pose. After your next exhale, come back to table. Make your way to child's pose again, maybe just half a minute this time. Pausing in stillness to check in with yourself. Inhale, come forward and up to table. Roll your toes under, press into your feet to lift your knees, press into your hands and lift your tail. And then slowly walk your hands back to your feet. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, pull down. Inhale, all the way up, hands overhead, palms together. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. And we're going to play with a couple of balances, tree pose and then warrior three. And I'm going to do warrior three using blocks. You can have your blocks standing up on the tall position, shoulder width apart. We're going to end up like this at one point. You can also use a steady piece of furniture or a nearby wall and just have a hand on the wall or ready to reach out to the wall. So first, tree pose. Bring your hands to your heart. So we're going to go from the tree pose to the warrior three. So you want to stand a few feet back from your blocks. I'll show you the fast forward version. We'll be in tree pose like this. And then we're going to tip onto the other leg. And yes, I almost fell. That's why the blocks are there. Don't do it in fast forward. Hands in your heart. Shift your weight from side to side. Feet on the ground. It can be very helpful to set your eyes on a stationary point at about eye level. Let the weight come into your left leg, let that knee stay soft. Turn your right toes out so your feet are perpendicular. Bring your heel in and up. Right heel on left ankle, ball of the foot on the floor. So tree pose can be like that. If you like, you can bring your foot higher onto your calf or onto your thigh. You can always change your mind. You can start over anytime. Your hands can stay at your heart, or the branches of your tree can go anywhere at all. Aim at being more still or play with movement. Different shapes, maybe vines. Tuning into what wants to move and how. If your hands are not at your heart, bring them back there. Now pivot your right knee forward, reach your foot forward, and take your time. Slowly tip forward so you pop onto your right foot, reach your left foot up and back and reach down for your buttocks. So picture that back leg parallel to the floor. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Think of making a footprint on the wall. And it's up to you. You could keep your hands on your blocks, your chair, your desk, your wall. You might have one hand in your heart and one hand on the support. If and when you're ready, you can bring both hands to your heart. Or if you're very steady, you can play with other shapes. It comes with time, and yeah, it's a little different every day. Some days are steadier than others. As you fall, you get up again. Exhale, lower your foot. Inhale, slowly stand. Shake your legs. And anything else that wants some shaking? Little dance is okay. I recommend. And when you're ready, hands at your heart. Shift side to side. Bring your weight to your right leg. Turn your left toes out. Take your time to bring your left heel in and up onto your leg. And find a position that's right for you with that left foot. You can stay on the ground or come higher. Your hands can stay at your heart or go elsewhere. I hope the rain sounds refreshing. It feels so nice here. The air's definitely cooled off. I hear tomorrow it's going to be between 110 and 120 degrees Fahrenheit there in Palm Springs. Actually, not everybody's in Palm Springs. I know at least one of you, maybe two of you are traveling, but I know one is in Palm Springs. One will be back there tomorrow. If your hands are not at your heart, bring them back there. Pivot your left knee forward. Reach your foot forward and slowly tip from the right foot onto the left foot. Reach the right foot up and back. Reach out to support when you need it. The blocks, the furniture, the wall, whatever you're using. Keep breathing. Let that left knee stay soft and bouncy. A locked leg might seem steadier, but it's actually not as good. Better to keep a responsive knee. Momentarily, a locked knee can be steady, but it doesn't last. Locking your knee restricts blood vessels in the back of the leg. It doesn't allow for the wobbling that'll come into your foot as the weight of your body shifts around with the movements of your breath. Exhaling, lower your foot. Inhaling, slowly stand. And shake things out. Come down and have a seat on the mat. Take your time. Make your way to your seat. Whatever way works for you. Extend your legs forward. And then use your arms to nudge your legs apart. Keep using your arms to help your legs throughout. Bend the left leg, bring the left foot to the right thigh or right knee. If it doesn't feel good to have that bent knee hang in the air, you can put a block under your knee, like that. Sometimes it doesn't feel good in your hip to have your leg hanging like that. Flex your right foot back towards you. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold down over your right leg. Reach your left arm out to the side and turn your head to the left. Rotate your arm so your thumb points down. Reach the back of your hand towards the right hip and feel your left shoulder back. Extend your arm. Turn your thumb up. Reach your arm up alongside your ear. Reach your left hand overhead towards your right hand. Let your neck be relaxed. Just let your head hang. Or if it feels better, you could look down towards the floor or up towards your hand, whatever position feels best for your neck. For me, it's the loose neck, just letting the head hang. Slowly reach straight up and out to the left. And slowly swing your arm across, bring your left hand to your right hand. Reach your right arm to the right, turn your head to the right. Point your thumb down, reach towards your left hip. Draw your right shoulder back. Extend your arm and bring your right hand to your left hand. Walk your hands up your leg and sit up. Remember to let your arms help your legs. Extend the left and bend the right, bring the foot across. Pivot your torso, flex your left foot. Remember, support the right knee if it doesn't feel good hanging there. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold down. Swing your right arm way out to the right and turn your head to the right. And point your thumb down. Reach towards your left hip. Draw your right shoulder back again. Extend your arm, turn your thumb up, reach your arm up alongside your ear, reaching your right hand overhead towards your left hand. Reach back up, back out, and swing your arm across. Right hand to the left hand. Open your left arm to the side, turn your head to the left. Turn your thumb down, reach towards your right hip. Draw your left shoulder back. Extend your arm. Bring your left hand over to your right hand. Walk your hands up the front of your leg. Lift your torso. Extend the right leg. Bring the soles of your feet to touch. Leave a big space between your pelvis and your heels. Reach under or over your ankles and grab the mat and walk your hands forward. Pretzel fold. Let your neck disengage so your head hangs down. Breathe into the middle of your lower back. Slowly walk your hands back. Sit upright. Keeping your feet together, bring them in as close as you can. Interlace your fingers, hold your toes between your palms. Wriggle on your seat, let your pelvis tilt forward. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold forward with a long spine. For as far as it'll go, take your time, just see wherever the long spine stops lowering, then let your head lower again. Breathe into your hips. Inhale, slowly sit up. Bring your hands to the outside of your knees, lift your knees towards each other. Extend your legs forward and flex your feet back. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, fold down over your legs. If your knees want to bend, they can bend. Inhaling, think of the crown of the head moving forward. Exhaling, think of lowering down some more. And some deep breaths help you find a little more release anywhere. A little more ease, a little more openness.
Inhaling slowly, walk your hands up the front of your legs. Sit up. Bring your hands behind you and slide down onto your back. Grab your strap. Draw your knees towards your chest. Open the strap up and run it under your feet. Hold one part in each hand, one side in each hand. Check in with the ground here. Back of the head, shoulder blades, and sacrum. We want that all to stay on the ground. Reach your hands and feet up. So we have long arms, long strap, long legs, but we're still grounded. Point your toes down towards your face. Point your toes up at the sky. And let your feet relax. Slide your feet away from each other. Take a couple breaths. Draw on the strap to guide your feet back towards each other. Take your right foot out of the strap, press the back of your right leg to the floor. Hold both parts of the strap in your right hand, reach your left arm to the side. Draw your leg over to the right, turn your head to the left. Now your sacrum lifts away from the floor. Try to keep both shoulders grounded. And we're gonna hang out for a couple minutes in each of these 4 positions and see what happens with some nice deep breaths. You decide how much to engage your arm, how much gentle guiding tension on the strap. Maybe you let the leg relax, or maybe you explore inviting it to go further. Opening the hip more, deepening the twist in the lower spine. Sometimes just a steady tension and a few breaths brings some more release. You can disengage and re-engage anytime. Thirty more seconds. Doing 2 minutes for each position. When you're not minding the time, it can do funny things. Might seem longer, might seem shorter than it is. Maybe 2 minutes seems like a long time today. You can always come out earlier if you need to. Slowly come back up to center. Switch hands on the strap. Press your right hand down on the front of your right hip and let your limbs slowly fall over to the left. Keep the right hip down, keep the right cheek on the floor so your pelvis doesn't roll, allowing more room for the left hip to open outward.
Nice and easy, come back up to center. Raise your right leg, step into the strap. Take your left foot out and press your left leg down. Reach your right arm to the side. Draw your leg to the left and turn your head to the right. Bring it all back to center. Take the strap with your right hand. Press down on the front of your left hip. Let your limbs fall over to the right. Very gently come back up to center. Lift your left leg. Draw your knees in and set your strap aside. Hug your knees, rock and roll on your back, massage it against the ground. Reach your feet out. Reach your hands up to grab your feet or your legs. Play with bending and straightening your arms and legs in happy baby pose. Inverting for as long as you like. When you feel complete, you can make your way to Shavasana. Any resting posture where you can be comfortably still for a couple minutes is perfect. Maybe just focusing on your breath or on the intention you had set, or not focusing on anything in particular. Begin to find some deeper breaths. Begin to move around bit by bit in whatever ways your body wants. Moving mindfully, gradually letting the movements lead to bigger movements. Taking your time, when you're ready, gently sit up. Bring your hands up by your heart. Thank you all for sharing practice today. The light within me sees and honors that same light within each of you. Namaste. Have a great weekend. See you next time.